Welcome to my YouTube video. This is Christmas special. I'm driving the bus Enviro400 with this livery that I discovered on fellowsfilm.co.uk. It's the Arriva Christmas livery, even though I don't think this route is operated by Arriva. And also yeah, look at that. A Deutsche Bahn company. It is a Christmas livery, so it will work. The particular bus I'm driving is an Enviro400. I think it's on a Trident chassis. Well, I just got this add-on. I just discovered it recently, but it was released at the beginning of this year. It's the Enviro400. This bus model with a Trident sound. You basically get this add-on from Fellows Film. It was created by someone, and when you get this add-on, you get 2 more varieties of this Citybus 400. That's what it's called in this game. One is C400R Trident. The other one is C400R Trident Turbo. I think it's just 2 different Tridents, but well, they sound different, of course. But I think both are turbocharged, because what isn't turbocharged nowadays? The door sounds a bit different. Hang on, let me start it. That's the wrong button. Let me start the open the door, and let me put myself onto a route from Totnes to Paignton. That's the correct one. I know it is freezing, my heater doesn't work, but it's 0 degrees.
Oh, is this free? Do I not need a ticket?
You do need a ticket. It's -5 degrees Celsius, so I guess I'm starting my engine to make it a bit warmer. The heater doesn't work. A return ticket, that's your return ticket, and let me close the door so it's not freezing inside. So now I am departing in 5 minutes, so let me fast forward the time. And I set the game time to the 24th of 12th.
Oh, hello. I wonder if I could have the ticket where I can make this journey, but also later on in the day I can also make other journey. Excuse me, is there any chance I could have a ticket?
Well, I was just listening to you explaining, and then you just say, "Excuse me, is there any chance I could have a ticket, please?" Weird people. I don't know why no one's dressing up as Christmas. It's probably because the OMSI AI system is being a bit weird. I know it's cold. The heater doesn't work. The ticket. I don't feel the cold, so what was I thinking? Oh, by the way, I see some positive reviews on the released, the official OMSI AI AI people pack. We've got some positive reviews. I haven't got those, so I don't know. I wouldn't bother too much. This is my Christmas special. It is set to, but the time isn't real time. I don't think it is. The date is the date I'm in right now. It's the 24th of December. 24th of December. It is right now in my actual life. It is also that in the game. I think I'm a bit late. So, gearbox in drive, handbrake off, wiper. Yep, it sounds a bit different and it also sounds a bit loud. By the way, the map I'm driving here is BotW version 2.9. This bus is really loud, but it's good. I think, well, this bus has got a 6-cylinder engine. I think it's probably Cummins engine. And the gearbox is Voith. Voith the 4-speed gearbox, which is good. Yeah, the indicator is still that sound. How did those people just ignore the red signal? Can I just ask, did I put myself onto the wrong route? No, I didn't. This traffic light system in this particular part of the map works a bit weirdly. Is it warming up inside? Yes, it is. So yesterday, the 23rd of December, I went to Basingstoke to spot buses with Mitch, because he's amazing, and I've got some pictures. I haven't posted yet. We'll probably post some later. Because he left there earlier than I did, and I was staying there, but I was a bit overwhelmed by buses, so I am kinda taking a break. So my next stop is this stop is Totnes School. Next stop is Totnes High Street. Sorry, I'm not feeling well recently for some reasons. This sounds quite nice, except that it's a bit loud. I love the Trident. And also yesterday, I think Dylan or someone created an account that's usernamed the _UK_bus_enthusiast. And I think it's quite nice. Those people are all from my banter group on Instagram. Why? That's a bit wrong.
Turn that heating off. Have a day pasty.
Did you just ask me to turn the heater off? The day pass.
Oh, give us a single.
Single, that's your single ticket. I think this route is operated by Stagecoach. Because on that thing it says Day Rider on the ticket machine. Yeah, it should be, because Stagecoach call them Day Rider, do they? I think so. Yeah, I've got this bus ticket I got yesterday. It was a really special day for me, so I think it deserves to be in the photo frame. And also, from yesterday, from my bus spotting trip yesterday, the Cummins engine sound, not this one, but the newer one, like the one on the normal Enviro400 as well in this route, but the Cummins sound from the Enviro300 and Enviro200 is kinda stuck in my head. It's similar to the one on the Enviro400. Similar, I didn't say it's the same. Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm not driving an Enviro400 chassis in this video, because I was a bit overwhelmed by it yesterday. So it wouldn't be overwhelming if I didn't stay that long in Basingstoke. And also, I came in contact with three strangers. I mean, 3 different groups of strangers. When I was trying to photograph, it was a bit funny. Oh, that's a green signal. Wait for me. 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 Oops, oops. Stop lagging, you stupid game. I don't know if this bit is Christmas decorated. I don't know. Okay, please stop lagging. Oops, wrong button. Hello, good morning. Oh, it's 3 degrees now. Day pass. What were that day pass? I mean, if you're outside, you should be wearing enough for you to deal with 3 degrees. So you wouldn't. Oh, that's a road. That's not your ticket.
Excuse me, can I have a ticket, please?
Yes, you can. That's your ticket and that's your change. You're welcome. And of course I got on the Christmas bus in Basingstoke. The driver was a bit thrashy, and I was sitting on at the back row, so my bottom was being heated up. Yep, I stopped right there for you to lose weight.
Give me a diary.
Day rider, hang on, wait a moment. Oh, I'm late. I'm late. No, 0.6 minute late means that you're going to be 2 minutes late later. Thrash. Come on, bus. Thrashing and braking don't go together today. I mean, it's hard not to thrash in the United Kingdom, because you know, if you're scheduled, if you stop for 2 more passengers than you're scheduled for, you literally need to thrash to the next stop. That's how the UK public transport system works. Did someone just get in? That went a bit wrong. I'm scared. Oh, I'm a bit early, but I've got passengers, so it's not going to be brilliant.
Can you turn the heating up, please?
No, I can't. Sorry, it doesn't work. This bus is being heated up by body temperature of human beings. Oops. I sometimes forgot that my microphone is under my neck. I mean, in front of my neck, under my chin. So when that bit feels itchy, I just scratch it to cancel that itching signal. The way I drive buses is probably a bit power consuming, but you can't drive it fuel savingly in the United Kingdom if you want to be on time, which is probably more important than saving fuel. That's why automatic gearboxes were invented, because they're good for thrashing. Especially on buses, because an automatic gearbox can overcome even though it's a bit more fuel consuming, but that bit more fuel consumption is probably not enough to overcome the clutch wear and gear wear on an automated gearbox. Which is what lorries use, because, you know, on a bus, it's constantly starting and stopping. So there are a lot of gear changes going on a bus. And that's why automatic gearbox is perfect. I mean, I like automated gearbox as well, but I don't think it's good for buses because the bus is constantly starting and stopping, and especially in the United Kingdom where buses thrash a lot. I've been on a London Enviro400 diesel one. I think it's fitted with an automated gearbox somehow, and when the driver thrashed, it was a painful ride when the driver thrashed, because you get gap between gear changes on an automated gearbox. You get no acceleration when an automated gearbox changes gear. But on an automatic, whilst changing gear, the vehicle is still being accelerated. This feels quite nice. I mean, I like snowy. I mean, I don't mind snow. I'm not a fan of snow, to be honest, but I don't mind it. But I like rain. But what I really like is to see the wipers wiping. Oops, that went wrong. That's okay, that's not my fault. That's because the game was lagging. Yeah? The game's lagging. I think I'm travelling slower than I actually am in the game. And therefore it made me think I could make that turn, but it ended up I couldn't steer enough. So, what's that? 100% freshly squeezed colour. What? HP. Elite book. Elite book, I think it's a business laptop. I don't know why they're selling products for business use, because adverts are mainly for consumers, not for business. That's why you don't see bus adverts. I mean, you don't see adverts that sell a particular type of bus, because buses are not consumer product, the business product. The annoying thing about this game is when it's raining or snowing, the bus gets really dirty. Except on some buses where the dirt mod isn't modded into the bus. Next time, I think I'm going to Aldershot with Mitch. He told me that Aldershot isn't English at all.
Good day, driver.
I don't know. I think Basingstoke is a bit weird, but I love their buses. Return ticket, that's your ticket, and that's your change.
Return please. Lovely. Cheers.
Am I early? It doesn't say I'm early, but wait, was I not indicating? But it's a timing stop, so I mustn't stop there. Whatever. I mean, Stagecoach. I think Stagecoach is the largest customer for ADL, but it makes sense because part of a particular part of the owner of a Stagecoach is also the part of the owner of ADL, so it kind of makes sense. It's like I own Len Diesel and Len Lemon, so I kind of advertise each other. I sometimes think Stagecoach livery looks a bit dry. I'm not used to looking at Stagecoach livery on ride buses. I've seen some, but I'm not. I think it looks a bit strange. It looks more natural to me when Stagecoach livery goes on ADL buses. The thrashing works. I don't think I need to thrash here, because I'm early. This bit is a 50 speed limit for me. You can see that bit got a bit dirty already, and the engine is a bit thrashy, because you can't get into 5th gear. But that's part of the reasons why I like ZF better. As you've got 6 gears on the ZF, but you've only got 4 gears on. I mean, I don't mind in city operation. The benefit of Voith is that it uses 1st gear for longer than the ZF, and the benefit of ZF is that when you go up to about 50 miles an hour, if you got Voith Diva, the engine goes at about 1900 to 2000, I think. But if you've got a ZF, if you have ZF Eco Life, because it's got 6 gears, your engine goes about 1600 and 1700, I guess, I'm not quite sure. But I think a torque converter needs to have a greater range as well. Because I don't know if the Voith has got a higher range of ratio in the torque converter. It probably does. So even though it's got 4 gears, it well keeps itself into the similar range as the ZF Eco Life. It's funny how buses, well actually not just buses, a lot of vehicles with an automatic gearbox has got a torque converter, and so it's technically mechanical and hydraulic if you're using a railway term. I mean, what the gearbox does is to change the gear ratio, but you've got several different gears, you can only use one of those. But with the torque converter, you can gradually decrease the gear ratio. But when you're in the higher gear, the ratio is lower. Yeah. Because I think ratio is the output speed to input speed. I think output speed is, I think, directly proportional to the vehicle speed, and input speed is the engine speed, I guess. I'm not sure, because when you normally talk about ratio, you usually put what's happening now versus what's happening originally. No, hang on, that's a bit wrong. I don't know. But when you're in the higher gear, your ratio is a bit lower. I don't know if such a thing as a 12-speed automatic gearbox exists. I don't think it does, because with automatic gearbox you can't skip gear. For example, you can't be using second gear and then jump straight into fourth gear. You can't do that. You can do that on an automated, but not on an automatic. That's probably why most of the automatic gearboxes are fitted with, well, at least on buses, are fitted with a torque converter to increase the number of available gear ratios. Because I mean, 4 gears or 6 gears by themselves are probably not enough. You can't really fit in more gears, because that means it doesn't change gear. I mean, yeah, because you can't skip gear. Anyway, it feels quite. It doesn't feel Christmassy except the snow and the paint. Oh, I'm late. Quickly, speed. And the paint I've got is that feels Christmassy. The snow feels Christmassy, but I haven't seen other things that's Christmassy in this. Oh, come on, speed, return. At least walk faster. I'm late. Sorry. This is Wayfarer. Is it Wayfarer? Wayfarer. Wayfarer. That's the ticket machine that's quite popular in the United Kingdom. No KFC. I don't really like KFC. I prefer McDonald's. I know I'm speeding. one gets off, no one gets on good. I think I took that corner, that curve a bit too fast. No, just for the people who come from places without double-deckers. Double-decker buses, especially those built in the United Kingdom, can actually take turn faster than you may think. So there's actually no problem. So it's not like they don't really turn over that easily. They actually get hit. They actually get removed roofs by bridges more often than turning over. Yeah, it's not a big problem because of some technology that manufacturers use. Because I've got comments from people from outside of the United Kingdom, outside of Hong Kong, that saying that wooden double-decker, they sometimes ask me, but there are loads of double-deckers in the United Kingdom, okay? But the roads in the United Kingdom are very tight. Don't they turn over that often? No, they don't. They're designed somehow so that they actually don't flip to the side for some reasons. I tried to
return place.
In OMSI 2 I tried driving this bus to make it turn to the side, turn over, but it was really hard to do that, to be honest. But I still managed to do it in this game, not in real life though, it would be terrible.
Can I have a return?
Older buses may be easier to turn over. I mean, you can skip the route master.
Oh my God, that's
But to be honest, a lot of new buses aren't as good as the route masters. You can actually skid a route master, like you can drift one if you've got skill without it turning over. But if you do it wrong, it may turn over. And also, you're not allowed to stand on the upper deck of a double-decker, and that's partly because when you stand up, you're raising the center of gravity. So probably, if everyone stands up on the upper deck, that may make it easier to turn over. But I think the legal requirement is 28 degrees of tilt. I mean, when manufacturers make a double-decker, they have to go past a tilting test, where they put the prototype double-decker onto a tilting place and tilt. Now, normally the body tilts more than the chassis, and I think you have to tilt. Your bus have to be able to tilt at least 28 degrees, and that's the ground tilting 28 degrees, the ground. So which means the chassis tilts 28 degrees and the body tilts about 34 degrees, I think. I'm not sure, but that's the requirement. A lot of buses can tilt, can hold. A lot of buses, double-decker buses, can hold the tilt of over 30 degrees well. Oh, and also when they do the tilting test, the bus is fully loaded, so there's no worry. But if the bus driver somehow does something extremely wrong, the bus will tilt and turn over. And also, when I was on an Enviro 300 yesterday with Mitch, and I was feeling like the bus was quite long. To be honest, I haven't been in such a long bus in a long time, because buses in the UK are normally shorter than buses from elsewhere. So, because UK streets are quite tight and narrow.
Thank you, driver.
And
Return, please.
a return, that's your ticket. Normally, a full-size single-decker is normally 11.8 meters in the UK. Enviro 300, I think. A full-size single-decker is normally 11.8 meters, whereas in continental Europe is 12 meters. And the double-decker, I mean a midi-bus, there are loads of midi-buses in the UK because it's not that populated. I mean some towns and villages that aren't that populated, they use midi-buses, which are normally 10.8 meters long or even shorter, 8.8 meters, 10.8 meters. I mean, 10.2 meters, that's also available. That was also lag. No, I'm a good driver. I don't normally crash into things. It's caused by lags. I'm not trying to glorify myself or something. It's actually the lags affect your driving skill a lot. Because normally when I drive a map that doesn't lag, I rarely, well, I wouldn't say never. In normal operation, I don't crash into anything because I'm a good driver. I don't crash into things.
What?
What the bloody hell just happened there? You don't crash into things normally. Okay, where was I? I was talking about length of buses, and also 10.8 meters is the length of a normal double-decker in the UK. Not in Hong Kong though. Hong Kong ones are longer, so are Singaporean ones. And it's lagging right now. This map is lagging. I mean, the cultural map is less laggy, but you don't get as many AIs. End of bus lane. Hello, people.
Come on.
Good morning.
Return, please.
Return. I think my bus is well kept at 3 degrees. I have to thrash. No people crossing. Oh, please don't lag. So this bit of map it tends to be more laggy than other bits of this map. That's not right. And the trees have been snowed. Oh, speed! Come on, I'm late. Oh, I caught up my delay. Did I almost say catched?
Hello.
I don't know.
Day rider, please.
A day rider. English is a weird language,
Just a chance on you, please.
especially when it comes from a bus enthusiast. Anyway. no, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Okay, please stop lagging, thanks. Why am I thrashing a lot? I just realised not long ago that my bus driving technique is a bit English. Or British, should I say. Because when I was playing OMSI 2 in German, I was thrashing a bus, and then I was early. And then there was once when I was supposed to apply stop brake, and I applied handbrake instead. Anyway, so we're almost at Paignton. I mean, we're in Paignton and we're almost at Paignton, and there's a Christmas tree there. That's what's special when you set the time. When you set the time, oh, it's a bit dirty. Yep, that looks quite nice. When you set the time to around Christmas, that's what pops up in this map. That's probably the only Christmas thing in this map. You see, this bit isn't that laggy, which is good. Oh, there's another bit. I open the door before I stop. Well, a lot of German buses you can't open the doors unless you come to a complete stop, which can be a bit annoying. But German timetables aren't that tight, so. And also, German roads aren't that tight either. Which is why I thought driving an MAN is easier. MAN Line City is easier than driving an ADL Enviro400. It's not because the bus is better, it's because in Germany roads aren't that tight. Although some roads can be tight, but the timetable isn't tight, so you wouldn't worry that much.
Morning. Oh, hello. I wonder if I could have the ticket where I can make this journey.
Just
but
listen
also,
to that.
Thank you very much.
Return, please.
Hello, I wonder if I could have a ticket whether I can make this journey, but also later in the day I can also make other journey, and possibly even more journey in the evening. I think it's good. I think you call it a daylighter. This sounds a bit not right. My bus is very dirty now. Oh, my next stop is my terminus, I think. I can't really hear the retarder on this bus. I mean, some buses have really loud retarder. Never mind, I can hear the retarder. It's not that loud. Well, it's probably loud, but the engine is even louder. I don't know. Okay, so here we are at Paignton bus station. Paignton railway station, I don't know. Bay 2. Oh, that's wrong. That's the correct procedure of a Stagecoach UK bus driver. And you stop. You hover brake, open the door, and then apply handbrake, and then press neutral, and then near the bus. That's the correct procedure. Oh, I forgot to turn off the wipers. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my Christmas special video. I normally don't get that dirty from the snow. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Wait, my route number didn't display. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Good night.
Mm-hmm.